Hello, good morning all.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So, Prashant sir, can we start? Sachin sir, welcome Bazali sir.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Prashant sir, Sachin sir, shall we start?
Better to start with. Prashant sir.
Sir, let us check whether Prashant sir. Yeah, good morning to all and respected all the people present over here. I, Prashant Neharkar, on behalf of SRM College Kudal, welcome all of you over here. Today we have the resource person Prashant Neharkar sir, who is a IT industry expert and qualified like postgraduate in computer science, having the 18 years industry experience. With that, we have so many people from the IT departments of various colleges, also the University of Mumbai. So I welcome all of you people to gather here for this particular workshop. Uh, Let me introduce Prashant sir first. He is our today's resource person for this session. He is a postgraduate in computer science with 18 years experience in the industry, also the academic experience you would have. With that, he is a techno functional consultant, agile coach, and corporate trainer, and also the public speaker. He's
He's
trained
trained
thousands of
thousands
IT
of IT
professionals
professionals
on
on
technological
technological
domain and
domain and
processes.
processes.
He
He
coached
coached
several
several
projects
projects
and
and
adopted agile methodology. So he has worked with so many other companies like Patni, then Amdocs, Intel, Exaccare. So many companies he worked with. He shared his knowledge. Also, he worked having a work experience in USA and Japan. So such a wonderful personality the Prashant sir is, and he is guiding us on today's session. So I welcome Prashant sir. Let me introduce this why we have organized such kinds of sessions. So as of we found that the industry is changing its scenario, and on top of that, we are teaching to the students. So there, the University of Mumbai, the teachers from the University of Mumbai has initiated this process. Like say, they want to bridge the gap between the academics, that means the students, and the industry, the demand of the industry. So in that case, our honorable all the teachers, like say the head of the university department, Mangai ma'am, then Dr. Rajendra Patil sir, and rest of Bhosle sir, Bhadule sir, and so many other people, they have taken the initiative to guide the students, especially from the Konkan belt, because we are so far away from the such a corporate. So to introduce uh, our students with the IT professionals, so this initiative has been carried out, and with that, the person like the Prashant sir and obvious the rest of our expertise, they are going to guide our students in near future upcoming sessions. So I welcome Prashant sir and obvious rest of all our dear colleagues and the students also for this session. So with this, I hand over this session to the Prashant sir. Prashant sir, welcome, and you can start your session.
Good morning, all. Thank you so much joining on Sunday morning, taking your personal priority aside, spending some time for some extra learning. It's my pleasure to be here on this particular forum. I can see some known faces. Chinmay is here. Sachin Bosle sir is there. Rajendra Patil sir is there. Welcome all. Let's get started on this quick session. I'm not sure whether I will be able to give an opportunity to speak each of you. But if you have any questions, doubts, suggestion, you can make the use of chat window to make this session more interactive. So if you are not able to speak out in a short time span, you can put all your questions there in the chat window. I will try to address as much I can. Let's quickly get into it, and we will take a pause in between to look at the chat window and to understand if you have any question queries. Uh, can you quickly confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What you see on the screen? Airbnb, Oyo, Amazon, Ola, Swiggy, Big Basket, Uber, Zomato. What are all these? Why all these are the great brands? These are the great brands, right? These are the new brands. These companies, if you look at the Uber, do they have their own fleet? Do they have their own taxis? If you look at the Zomato, do they have their own restaurant? If you look at the Oyo, do you have their own hotels? If you look at the Big Basket, do you have their own stores? Do you have their own inventories? No, right? But still, all these businesses are flourishing. All these businesses are able to run. Why so? Why these businesses are the great business, a successful business? Any key for success for all these businesses? Can anyone think of?
Satisfying and fulfilling the customer needs.
Fulfilling customer need, very good. What else? They all are the great products, isn't it? Whenever you come to Ola, Uber, Oyo, what you see? A great product experience. And that's the reason today you can heard in the industry there is a lot of buzz, a lot of people talking about the productization. People say that I would like to work in a product company than a solution company. Have you heard of this? Heard of those terms like product or productization? So the topic which I wanted to cover here, the thought which I wanted to discuss here in today's session is the key difference between whatever the traditional solution which was developed by the IT companies, solution companies in the form of project, and how these products are different. Are you able to align with me? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about this product and the productization. Before we go for the product and the productization, let's understand the basic difference between a project and a product. All of you have worked on some project, right? During your academics, during your internships. So what is the definition of a project? What is the definition of project? Can anyone tell me what is a project? Quickly, if you can put in the chat window. All of you have taken the project to complete your graduation in 3 years' time. That is a project, right? I wanted to complete my BSc IT, BSc Com Science, BBA, BCA within 3 years' time. That is the project you have undertaken. Now, when you have undertaken that project, the very first thing is that you wanted to complete that project within the given timeline. So timeline is important. If you are not able to meet the timeline, you are not successful in your project, right? So very first thing is timeline. What is the other thing? Is the scope. What is the scope of the project? What are the curriculum you have enrolled for? Whether it's a BSc IT, BCA, BBA, BSc Com Science, you wanted to cover all the semesters, all the subjects and the practicals and the credit points in a given time frame. So you want to cover that entire scope. It should not happen that any of the subject is a backlog or is you are not able to clear it. So you wanted to cover the entire scope within the timeline. And what is most important? Third aspect is the cost, right? So when you undertake a project, it can be a pharmaceutical project. Any project is considered as a temporary endeavor. A project is a temporary endeavor. Project is never permanent. It is always a temporary endeavor. And at the end of this endeavor, there has to be a defined outcome. A project is a temporary endeavor with defined outcome. If there is no outcome and at the end of the project, that project has no meaning. Do you all agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So even though at your home, even though you take a small project of an interior designing, right? Now the Ganpati festival is nearing. You will be doing some decoration in your home. So what is expected that decoration needs to be get completed within the given time frame, within the given cost, and all the scope should be get completed. And that is how we do the project and we deliver project in industry. So when you talk about this definition of the project and what I written here as scope, time, and cost, this is called as a triple constraint theorem. Don't worry, I'm not going to teach the entire theory today. I'll just give you a very high level overview and some snippets to go ahead and explore further. This is called as a triple constraint theorem of project management, which is given by the PMI. Do you know this body PMI? Project Management Institute? PMI.org? Heard about it? You can open at your end also. I have put the link called as a PMI. What is PMI? PMI is Project Management Institute. The Project Management Institute or the PMI is a worldwide body that define the guidelines and the standard in the area of project management. Anyone heard about the PMI before? Project Management Institute, heard about it?
No, sir.
No? Okay. This is a very well-known and recognized institution across the world, driven from USA, and they deliver a certification called as a PMP. PMP stands for Project Management Professional. So every project manager in the software industry, in the IT industry, is aspire to strive to get a PMP certification. Everyone want to become a PMP certified project manager. Right now, we are talking at the academic level. We are talking for students. So it is not expected my student to go ahead and do a PMP certification. What is expected in this world? PMI, Project Management Institute. What this institute do? What are the basic guidelines given by the project management that every individual should be aware of? And going beyond it, what PMI says, the concept or the guidelines and the knowledge of the PMI is industry neutral. So as I said, it is not specific to software. You talk about the manufacturing, you talk about the civil, you talk about the pharmaceutical, instrumentation, any industry you go, they follow the PMI guidelines, and that PMI guidelines called as a PMIBOK. Heard of PMIBOK? Project Management Institute Book of Knowledge. This is a book of knowledge. This is the guide. It is considered as the Gita, Bible, and Quran of the project managers. So every project manager strive to get the understanding, knowledge of the PMI guidelines, PMI standard, and follow those PMI guidelines and the standard in their day-to-day work. And that is the significance of the project management and the institute PMI and the PMP as a certification, PMBOK as a book of knowledge. So I will go ahead, I will give some more insight of the PMI, the PMBOK, and the scope, depth, and the breadth of the project management. Before I go ahead, any question, any query you wanted to raise so far? Whatever I have covered in last 5 minutes. Are we all good?
No query, sir.
Sorry, go ahead, sir. Great. So as I said, in this short span of 45 minutes or 1 hour, we may not be able to understand the PMBOK in detail or all these guidelines. What is important is when you start a project, let's talk about that developing a small house interior in your house. So what you will do? You will go ahead and you will say, initiate that project. So you'll say, okay, we need to do some work. So you will call that contractor, you will call that person, and you will initiate that project. And all of you have done this project, and all of you have understood the pain and the problem in this project. So when you initiate the project, then what do you do? Okay, we have initiated the project, we wanted to do some work. So there is a scope defined, there is a timeline defined, there is a cost defined. Then we go ahead and we initiate that project. Then what you will do? You will plan for that project. You will also ask your students to, hey, students, let's go ahead and do some project in the summer internship and first submit your synopsis. So what is that synopsis? Synopsis is nothing but the outcome of the project initiation. Yes, we have initiated some project. We understand what we wanted to do, and here is our project synopsis. So project synopsis says what we wanted to do, going to do in that particular project. Once the project is initiated, synopsis submitted, students go ahead and they do the project plan. They plan for say next 3 months, 6 months, they prepare the project plan. Okay, first month we are going to do the analysis, next 2 months we are going to do the design, and then we are going to testing, deployment, etc., etc. Then they create the plan. So initiation is nice, planning is done. What is next? Once planning is done, what is next thing?
Implementation.
Implementation. Actually go ahead and start working on that project, right? That's a project execution. That is the most important part, because a lot of people spend a lot of time on the initiation and the planning, but they do not really put a great efforts into the execution. So we see there are a lot of great project manager in the industry. Then why the project fails? Because there is no proper execution. They may not have a skilled staff for the execution. It is very important. We should have a skilled staff and the right people to execute that project. And whatever you do today in the form of SDLC, that is software development lifecycle, analysis, design, coding, testing, all this is a part of execution. You all agree with me? So when you do
Yes,
the
sir, we do.
execution, primary, what you are doing the XDLC, software development lifecycle in a software project. Okay, now execution is happening. What is another important factor of project management? Project got initiated, plan got created, execution is happening. You have
Testing.
a great people. Testing is a part of your SDLC. because that is a part of your development process, right? Software development life cycle. So testing is a part of execution.
Deployment.
Deployment is a part of execution.
Review of project.
Sorry.
Review of project.
Review of the project. Very good. Who was that? Great, madam. So that is called as a monitoring and control. That is the most important aspect normally overlook in any project, whether it's a house construction project, whether it's a research project, pharmaceutical project, any project. The area which is overlooked is monitoring and control. So we start the project, all of you are excited to do the project. We do that stone rolling ceremony and lot of marketing about that project. Then we do the great planning. People get to the site, they start working on the project. But then where we lag is the monitoring and control. It is very important to go and check whether your project is progressing as per the plan. And that's the reason those great project managers in the industry, they have weekly review meetings, they have monthly review meetings, they have quarterly review meetings to make sure your project is going as per the plan. If it is not going as per the plan, if your project is being delayed or if it is attracting extra cost, the management would like to understand why the project is delayed, why it is attracting extra cost, what went wrong, right? So during that monitoring and control, there are a lot of exercise like risk register, right? They go ahead and talk about risk issues, dependency, risk assumption issues and dependency. So there is a risk rate register and a lot of other mechanisms which are in place for monitoring and control of that project. So great, we started project, we planned with, we are executing it. During the execution, we make sure we are doing the monitoring and control. What is next? What is next? Monitoring and control happening well. Then when you come towards the end, it is important that project needs to be closed officially. There should be officially project closure. Your project management office, the PMO office should come and say this project got completed. Either this project has delivered the result or the project got completed because the budget got exhausted. We are not able to achieve the outcome. The project got closed because the timeline got completed. We are not able to complete the scope. We are not able to utilize the cost. For whatever reason, good or bad, the project got closed. And whenever the project get closed, there should be an official announcement. So there are a lot of resources you are engaging on rent. So if you are engaging certain equipments or the people or the space, all that needs to be released once the project got closed, and that is the project closure. It is an important activity. If the project closure is not get announced, people are under impression the project is happening, but there is no outcome, right? If the project closure is not announced, whatever the rent you're paying for those equipment, for those licenses, for that infrastructure, the rent will recur, it will continue, but the project got closed. So it is important that final project closure announcement should happen, and then there is a lesson learned document should be get published at the end of the project, like what we have achieved in this project. Do you all with me?
Yes, sir.
Launch of Chandrayaan 3. It was a project. The moment the project got successful, that lander landed on the moon, right? The project got closed. They might initiate another project for the maintenance and the getting the updates from that particular lander for the next 3 period of time. But the first project, which was the launch of that lander, getting that lander on the moon, is got closed. That's a project closure. So these 5 key steps, what I have put here, these are called as 5 process area as per the PMBOK definition. Are you all with me? 5 process areas.
Yes, sir.
As per the PMBOK definition. Go ahead. So apart from these 5 key process areas, all of you understand, yes, Prashant, this is really interesting. We'll go ahead and we'll try to understand in detail what is the initiation, how the planning should be done, what are the templates which are used for the project plan, etc. We will try to understand all this. Now, by knowing this 5 project area, is that good enough to become a good project manager? Probably not. So what a good project manager should understand? What are the topics, what are the things a project manager should know? Anyone in this forum? What project manager should be aware of? Cost management. Project manager should know how to manage the given project in the given cost, right? We are always juggling with the cost. So cost management,
Quality management,
quality management, very good.
Resource allocation.
Resource management, risk management, very good. Good. So I think all
staffing,
of you are on the PMI side, quality management, and most of you are to the mark, to the point where you are talking about quality management, risk management, resource management, schedule management. What else?
Managing coworkers and deadlines.
Okay.
Well, well-skilled staff.
Resource management. So from the project management point of view, staff is considered as a resource. It's not a good thing. But yes, likewise, there are various areas which a project manager needs to understand, and these are called as the 10 knowledge area. These are the 5 process areas and 10 knowledge area, which is a big spectrum covered in the PMBOK as per the Project Management Institute, as per the PMI. So I'm not going to list all of those 10. You can find the details on the PMI site. What is the intention of bringing this topic into the discussion? It is very important for every student, for every faculty, and every individual to understand the concept of project management. Why am I emphasizing the project concept of project management so much? You must be knowing about, there are a lot of IT professionals in the industry. They work in the IT industry for 20, 15, 20 years. Then they leave the IT industry and they start some business. Few of those gets into the agrotourism, few of those gets into the organic farming, few of those IT professionals gets into the hotel management, various varied different area. And all those IT professionals mostly able to succeed in most of those areas. Why those IT professionals are able to succeed in most of those business areas? Are they really using the technology in organic farming or the agrotourism or the hotel management? Are they really using technology there?
Yes, sir.
To some extent, they are using technology, but the most important is that these IT professional coming from the IT industry, they knows the project management well. Anyone spending 10, 15, 20 years in IT industry, project management is in their blood. Whichever project they took, they manage it meticulously, carefully, and they are able to successful executing any of the project. And that's the reason most of the IT professionals are found or seem to be successful in any intervention they picked up, any endeavor they get into because of their project management skill. Do you all agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So it is very important to build that project management skill as our DNA. That should be within us, every individual, whether it's a staff, whether it's a student, whether it's an IT professional, the non-IT professional. Project management is a key thing. Now I spoke about the project management, and again, this is not the new area. This is there in the industry almost since last 40 years, and there are thousands of, or rather millions of project managers there in the industry, there in the market. And recently, you might heard of most of those project managers have started losing their job. So you will say, Prashant sir, if you are saying that project management is such a key area and such an interesting and important area, why those project managers are losing their job? Because now the industry is moving from the concept from project to product. So first 30 minutes, I try to emphasize on the concept of project. What is the significance of project management? Making you guys aware of the institute called as a PMI, Project Management Organization, Project Management Institute, an international body defining and guiding governing the principles of the project management. Next 30 minutes, I am going to speak about the product management. All good? Do you all with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, any guess, any thought? What is product management? Why I'm so much focusing on the product management? Why I'm saying industry is moving from project to product? Can anyone think about it? Can you name me a few great products which you worked on or which you are using?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, excellent, Prashant sir. Great product, right? The product which comes free of cost, still all of you are liking it. We are using it. When we started using WhatsApp, maybe 5 years back, we were not knowing that we will be able to do the video calling and all those things on the WhatsApp, right? It seems there was some network issue. Sorry for that. I think you lost me for a couple of seconds. That's okay. We can continue. So we were talking about a great product. What Prashant sir has introduced, WhatsApp. It was a great product. It is a great product, right? And it has got a great product roadmap. We don't know what are the features which are coming in future. Right now they have introduced WhatsApp Pay. You will be able to make the payment using WhatsApp. Tomorrow they may introduce WhatsApp Health. You can monitor and maintain your health using the WhatsApp. They may introduce WhatsApp Marketplace. You may be able to perform the online shopping and something using WhatsApp, right? It's a great product. It's a great tool. Great. So, any other great product all of you will like to name about? You like that product? You are using it today?
Amazon.
Amazon, it's more of a platform than the product. Okay. Anything else?
Twitter.
Sorry?
Twitter.
Sorry, I was not able to follow you. No issues. All of you are, oh, YouTube, somebody is writing. How about MS Office? How about MS Office? Isn't it a great product?
Yes.
Yes, it is, sir.
It is a great product, right? Every individual is using it. Student, advocate, lawyer, professional. There is no a single computer user, those who are not using the MS Office. And how long this MS Office will continue? The product doesn't have an end. If you talk about the solution, every software solution has a lifetime. The software solutions get created understanding the need and requirement of that particular customer of that industry, and over a period of time that software may get retired. A software may get retired because it is no more required, the problem has solved in the industry, or the technology get absolute, or whatever some reason. So when a company create a software solution, a software solution has a definite lifetime, and at one point of time software solution get retired, it's get removed from the industry. Whereas product stays there in the industry for years and years and for ages and ages. And that's the reason product company has a always great steady revenue pipeline, whereas the companies those who work on the solutions, they have a limited scope, a limited business. Can you name few companies those are the great solution companies? Some IT companies which are the great solution companies. We spoke about product. Likewise, can you name few solution companies? TCS, Infosys, Accenture, all these are the solution companies, isn't it? Google, Microsoft, Amazon. These are all the product companies. So if you get an opportunity to work with Microsoft and work with TCS, which one would you choose?
TCS company.
Why TCS over Microsoft? What is the reason? So what I observe, usually everyone prefers to work for a product company. पॉइंट आहे तिकडे लही पुढे पॉइंट आहे का हा समोर आहे ना नेटवर्क थोडं अनस्टेबल आहे
No, sir, it's absolutely perfect.
Okay, I'm back here. I will go off video. My internet is acting funny somehow. I'm getting some network issue. Anyway, I'll go off video. I'll share my presentation. So the point what we are discussing is that we talk about the projects. These projects end up with delivering solutions. The solutions have a small timeline. A problem come a client come with a problem definition, and this organization, say TCS, Infosys, or the Tech Mahindra, they provided some solution, but that solution has a definite timeline. After that timeline, the solution get retired, and again those organization needs to go back and look for the new client to try to get the new project. So there is always challenge working on the project to project basis. You might heard in the IT industry a great job on a project, but the moment the project get completed, these people are on the bench. What is on the bench? So they have removed, they have completed from one project, and now they are waiting for the another project. If they get another project in a shorter time frame, it is good. Otherwise, what happen in industry, if a IT professional is on the bench, say 1 month, 2 months, 3 months time, that IT professional may have to ask to go. Okay, and that's the reason it is not a likely situation, it's not a good situation to work on the project to project, and that's the reason professional prefers to work for product, and that's what our next focus is, moving from project to product. So I will get my screen back. I will go off video just to save the bandwidth, to make sure that all of you are able to follow the presentation. Please confirm all of you are with me. All of you are able to see my presentation.
Yes, we do, sir.
Okay. So initially we started with all these great products which are there in the industry. So now what we are going to discuss in next short period, the concept of project versus product. So traditionally, when the industry was working on the projects, there was a fixed mindset. We have a defined scope, defined time, defined budget. Within that defined scope, time, and budget, we need to deliver something. That was a project mindset. And today, when industry is moving towards the product mindset, what is this product mindset? We wanted to deliver something continuously to the business, to the customer, and this product should help my business to earn the revenue. As long as your product is supporting to get revenue, the product will never get expired. It will never get retired. It will not have a definite lifetime. So the product is always ongoing. It is in continuation. And there is a concept called as the product envisioning and the design thinking, which helps to develop and great products. There is a separate topic called as innovation. Have you all heard about the innovation? What is innovation? Innovation is all about come with those great ideas and implement those great ideas. Someone came with the idea of Ola Uber. It's an innovation in the industry. Someone has introduced the idea of Rapido. It's an innovation in the industry. So come up with the great thoughts, a different idea. So innovation or the ideation is the first step of the product development. Ideation, then prototyping, then implementation, then evaluation. So the product keep emerging in the market. So when you talk about the traditional project, those are more of a client centric. As long as I'm keeping my client happy, I am getting my revenue, I'm getting my business. The moment I'm not able to satisfy my client or the customer, I will not get with the business. Whereas product is market centric. Once you develop a product for that particular market, you will by default, you will automatically get the clients. Once you create a product for healthcare, you will be able to attract a lot of customers or the consumer for the healthcare. Once you created a great product in the area of insurance, all the insurance provider will come to you. And that's the reason people think out of box. They wanted to create some extraordinary product which can stay there in the industry period. So centric. Your project has a definite outcome, and that is what you are. Once you achieve that outcome, the project gets to close. Product has explorations, leads to the new capabilities. So as Prashant sir mentioned, WhatsApp, right? Imagination has no end. We don't know what are the new features which are coming to WhatsApp. So exploration leads to the new capabilities, and there will be new capabilities which will be launched on that particular product. Project has a defined start date and end date. Product keep evolving. Project provides solution to the current problem. Product creates enable opportunities for the future, and that's the reason we are talking more from the product management perspective from the project management. So if you look at the knowledge area, what is required to drive a project or what is required to drive a product, there are certain areas which are common: release planning, stakeholder management, backlog management, communication plan. These are the common areas. But apart from that, product more talks about the product vision, competitive analysis, customer need, research, user journey, road mapping, user experience, etc. Whereas traditional project management focuses on scope, timeline, task management, financial resource management. So now industry is moving from the project management to product management. As I said, all of you are familiar with the SDLC, that is software development lifecycle, where typically you go with the analysis, design, coding, testing, and deployment. But if you look about the PDLC, product development lifecycle, it's a different lifecycle which is followed by the product companies. They talk about the new product strategy, idea generation, screening, concept testing, product development, commercialization, and the evaluation. Traditionally, there were a lot of project managers in the industry. And what I said, those project managers sometimes end up losing their job. Those project managers becomes absolute in the market. Why? Because today we have managers. Few of those project manager has knowledge, they do not have a skill. Few of the project manager has skill, they do not have a knowledge. Few of the project manager has knowledge, skill, but they do not have a competency to run that product. Now, what is this knowledge, skill, and competency? That is a separate topic. If time permits, I will speak more on that. But today, what we are expecting, most of those project managers should wear a new hat of a product manager. So, what is the key difference between a project manager and the product manager? A project manager understands only the project management part, whereas the product manager is expected to understand the domain. What I mean by the domain, if you're going to develop a product for healthcare, that product manager needs to understand how the healthcare industry works. If you are going to create a product for the logistic, courier cargo, that product manager is expected to know how that logistic business works. So a product manager is expected to carry some domain knowledge, whereas it is not must for a project manager to have the domain knowledge. As long as this person is able to manage the project, it is considered good as a project manager. But the product manager need to have a domain knowledge. Product manager is supposed to have a technical background. Most of our project managers are technical, but not all. But a product manager should understand when you wanted to release the product, what are the next releases, how you wanted to maintain the product strategy. So product manager needs to be a domain, he needs to be a technical, and he also needs to have some project management or the process orientation. And that's the reason product manager is considered as a great role. There are a lot of expectation from the product manager, and these people are paid heavily in the industry. You will not find a product manager in the industry in India typically less than 30 lakhs of CTC. All those product managers draw the salary on and above 30 lakhs per annum, and that's a great role of the product manager. Whereas if you look at the project manager, you can see project manager in an average company starting from 15 lakhs per annum and goes maximum up to 40-45 lakhs per annum. Project manager cannot go beyond it. But for product manager, for the right skill set, there is no upper ceiling for the cost they can get or the packages they can attract. Are you clear with these two roles in the industry, project manager versus product manager? Project manager is more of a traditional role. Product manager is more of a new era role. So when you're speaking to your student, you should be able to explain that what is there in the project management, what is covered in the product management, and how product management area or this discipline is going to lead the market. Do you all with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you see, Prashant, this is a great knowledge. So sometime back you spoke about PMI. That's a project management institute. It's an organization or the body. They provide some knowledge and the certification in the area of project management. Now, by listening what you said about the product management last 10 minutes, we are excited to know about the product management. We will like to get into this discipline of the product management. We will like to provide the more exposure to our students about the product management, where you can find the more information. Pragmatic Institute is considered one of the great institute for the knowledge of the product management. Institute of the Product Leadership, a Bangalore-based organization considered as a good resource for the product management knowledge. 280 Group, Optimizing Product Management, an international body considered as a great reference in the area of the product management. PDMA, another body and the reference in the product management. So what I give you is a very, very high level overview of product management, the opportunity of the product management, the difference between the solution development and the product development, and how industry is moving from the project management to the product management. But if you wanted to get further into it, you can always go to those institutes and you can get some more knowledge and the certification in the area of product management. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Great. So moving on. This is another great book, which is it says that Projective Product by Mick Kiston. This book covers a lot of topic what I explained in last 30-40 minutes about moving from project to product, and that is how the industry is moving from project to product. So when you talk about the productization is about the value management. What is the value you are delivering to your customer? Customer value modeling, define the product that is creating value, value based pricing that is capturing value, positioning value proposition, that is the communicating value, and finally delivering value. Again, I will not get in details of it. I will just touch base that area, making you aware of the concept of value management, which is covered in the productization. So when I talk about the phases of productization, basically starts with the conceive a product. So I wanted to build a great product, right? Someone standing on that road thought of, there are a lot of passengers waiting for the fleets or the vehicles, but they are not getting a pickup or the vehicle or the fleet. Whereas at the other end of the city, there are passengers. So considering this current situation, somebody has thought of, oh, let's create a Ola or Uber. So conceive the product, then plan the product, develop the product, qualify the product, launch the product, deliver the product, and then sustain it. Because as I said, a product is a lifelong product. It has infinite timeline. It is not a definite short-term product. So again, as I said, it is a big space of the product management, which also aligned with another topic called as a product marketing. So product marketing, product management works together to deliver get product, great product in the industry. So last 40 minutes, it was great knowing about the basics of project management, knowing about the project management industry, understanding the certification of the project management. What is the next step? Every student of BSCIT, Com Science, BBA, BCA should complete a small learning module called as Kickoff by PMI. If you go to the PMI portal, you will see that module called as a Kickoff by PMI. Every individual should complete that kickoff. If you are facing any difficulties, question, queries, I can have another 1 hour of dedicated session to complete that kickoff in project management. What is expected? Every individual should know those basics of the project management and acquire a certification, a kickoff certification given by Project Management Institute. So that I will recommend to all the participants out here and communicate back this thought to other people, those who are not able to join today's session. Go to the PMI portal and complete a free learning module called as Kickoff by PMI. So that's the next step I would recommend all of you to take. So if you go to the PMI website, if you can follow my screen, so if you go to the PMI site, you will see there is a small module called as a Kickoff PMI. I will ping that link here and I will recommend every individual to complete that small PMI kickoff module. And then if you're really interested to go further in this area, you can go ahead with other trainings and the certification. Quickly, why it's not giving me the PMI kickoff? Let me quickly check. It was very much there on the landing page. Anyway, I'll put that PMI kickoff link there in the chat window. You can refer and continue further. That's the first recommendation I will pass on at the end of this session. Second thing is that go ahead and start exploring the concept of design thinking. Do you know design thinking? Design thinking is another subject altogether and which is the basis for the product management. So when you're moving from the project to product, you can go ahead you start working on the concept of design thinking. Another should on cadence release on demand. So you should understand the concept of continuous releases, which happens with CI/CD pipeline with the help of DevOps, and then keep product evolving business. So these are the few topics which I'll leave behind as the next step. You should start exploring I'm sure it was a very short period, 45 minutes or 1 hour of time to teach something new. But what I wanted to do in this particular time, I wanted to open doors so far and which are easy doing. So I think with this, I have, sorry, there were a few I will give another 5 minutes for any question and answer. If you wanted to discuss, interact anything with me, we can utilize next 5 minutes.
Yes, anybody having queries, please raise your query.
Nice session, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. And thanks for utilizing this 1 hour on Sunday to learn something new.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Specialist thanks Academic IT Academic Forum given this opportunity to our student and our staff.
Yeah, with respect to this, I hope everybody got what this Prashant sir has shared with us. So I think nobody has having right now the query, but if suppose if anybody having the query, we can share the same with the Prashant sir. Obvious Sachin sir is there and Bhadule sir is also there. So obviously, Prashant sir, we will be in touch with you if we found anything, any kinds of problem in such a your shared knowledge. Okay, so on behalf of SRM College and IT Academic for the certification and also the various certificates available over there. So the certification and also the various certificates available over there. So I express my sincere thanks to Prashant sir and obviously the IT Academic Forum who has given us an opportunity to arrange this workshop for the teachers as well as all the students or the entire Mumbai University IT department. So I express my thanks to Mangai ma'am, Rajendra Patil sir, Hirendan sir, Sachin Bhosle sir, and Sunil Patil sir, and obvious all you participants from the various colleges, the teachers and the students. I express my thanks, sincere thanks to all of you that you have joined us over session within a short time period. But again, rest of the team, and we are sharing such a kind of information to you people. I really thank you, sir. Yesterday, I called you and you gave us some time. Obviously,
Wish you
very
all
much
the
प्रशांत
best.
सर
information.
प्रशांत
Yes,
सर
Thank
ही
you, sir.
लिंक युट्यूबवर टाकून तुमच्या चॅनलवर युट्यूबवर टाकून शेअर करा.
definitely, definitely.
Yes, sir. Link already it is there in the YouTube because some people are already joined on the YouTube. So there are some students who have joined on the YouTube also. So it is already shared with the SRM College portal.
Yes. Give me a link for IT
Yeah,
Forum.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
And in future, if you are having any such queries related to the knowledge curriculum or the certification, because it is important for the student to have some industry oriented certification on their profile when they're going for the interview or the job. Because academic degrees are important, but along with the academic degrees, what industry is looking for, are you aware of such industry specific bodies and the knowledge forum, the way I spoke about PMI? There are a lot of other things which are available at the free of the cost. So it is important to leverage those knowledge base, help our student to add those certifications to their profile, enrich their profile so that they should get the better opportunity in the industry. So if you have any similar queries, you can write to my email ID, which is posted there in the chat window. It is very simple. It is prashant@gmail.com. I'll be able to address there. Sir, have a nice day ahead. Take care.
thank you, sir. Thank you all of you. Thank you.